I'll admit it. I'm one of those salespeople who really loves data and sales metrics. It probably comes from the fact that when I first got into sales, we had such a scarcity of detailed numbers to work with, that now I love having access to so much. Back then, our key performance indicators, or KPIs, were limited to just a few that were generated by the corporation, while the rest came from sales representatives' own systems. Others were subjective, based on what our manager felt was important to review. We've come a long way, and now with updated corporate systems, new account tracking programs, and terrific customer relationship management software, we can track and utilize so many different metrics. You can get into such detail and analysis of the entire sales process with remarkable precision. The only caveat is that it's great to have detail, but you have to have a reason for retrieving it and not forget that the number one metric is revenue versus quota. The amount of trackable KPIs can be enormous, and many are linked to the existing fields in your CRM. You can also create ones of your own. It's wise to focus on a smaller amount of metrics initially and expand it if you need or want more detail later on. The risk is being overwhelmed with data. You also need to invest time to educate not just the sales organization, but everyone with access to information about the terminology being used. I think this communication will save you a lot of headaches, as I've heard more than a few discussions about what a lead really means. Here are some of the more commonly tracked KPIs and a quick definition. Revenue and expenses. These should be the first on everyone's list, and since they are so important, there are separate movies included with this course. Lead is an individual or a potential account that needs to be qualified as having real sales potential. This is the initial phase. You can tie in prospecting with this. Lead response time. Each company has a target time frame to respond to a lead. If it's within 24 hours, the red flags can appear quickly with this measurement. Opportunities. I like this one since it now tracks some potential real business with revenue tied to it. Stage and weighting. Your salespeople provide their views of the opportunity along with the estimates by percentage of it actually becoming a sale. This measurement takes time to refine. New accounts opened. This links with new business and taking a lead to a new customer status. Close win rate. I like to track this one since it ties so closely to revenue. We're going to review this in another movie in this course. Actual deal size. How big are the sales being generated? Size per order, etc. This is another valuable measurement field. Sales cycle length. Some salespeople can get from a lead to a close faster than others. It can be a real eye-opener. Sales representative ranking. This has been used for years well before CRMs. It's a spreadsheet or a chart showing where each salesperson ranks by closed sales. However, today, more fields can be added. Attempts, calls made, conversations. These tie to those salespeople with cold calling, prospecting, or telephone direct sales responsibilities and are important metrics to monitor. There are so many metrics that can be extracted and tracked from your CRM or other account system used for performance measurement. How detailed and in-depth you want to get depends on your business and personal preference. Your ability to measure and report on your activities is so much more sophisticated than it was in the recent past. There is a danger, though, of analyzing too much data and focusing too closely on metrics that, although important, aren't critical. As managers, we must never lose sight that the KPI that drives our business, along with our success or disappointment, is revenue versus quota.